Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome back to another video of the renovation of this garden. For those of you who don't know, my name is Lee. I live here in the northeast of England with my wife and our 6-month-old baby boy, and I'm on a mission to renovate the garden. It was in a bit of a state. If you're interested, you can go back and watch the first few videos on this channel and see the work that's been done so far. But long story short, we're still clearing out all of the old veg plot, the old greenhouse, the old everything that was in here, the old raised beds, that kind of thing. And it's a much longer process than I thought. I thought it would probably be the first video or two on this channel would be clearing out all the old rubbish. I think we're on to video 6 now, or episode 6 now, and we're still nowhere near done. So I'm going to continue with that. I've been out here for the last hour or so. It's quite late in the day. It's about 4 o'clock, but it's a beautiful day. The sun's still out. So I'm going to try and get some more work done before I go indoors. And then it's Friday today, so I've got the whole weekend to try and get a few bits and pieces done alongside looking after the bed and all the other jobs we need to do. Those of you who have seen the previous videos will know that I've been laying cardboard where the new veg plot's going to go to suppress the weeds and adding topsoil on top. I've got a load more cardboard to put down just here. I'm going to do that next, I think, probably tomorrow, and get rid of this last of the 3 raised beds. It's just about empty. I'm going to empty that, and then there's a few other bits and pieces to do. We need to decide what to do with this strawberry, this raised bed over here that has strawberry plants in, and we need to decide what to do with this blackcurrant bush, whether to leave it or move it or whatever. I like this kind of content, you know, DIY stuff, gardening stuff, watching people renovate things, but I'm no YouTuber. I'm just filming this really to keep myself accountable. If you are interested in following along, that's absolutely great. Don't expect any professional footage. This is being filmed on a phone that is now 7 years old. I have got a drone as well, which I'm using a little bit, but even that was the cheapest on the market, and I'm editing the videos on some free software. So this is not a professional YouTube channel. This is me filming what I can do in my spare time and putting together videos for basically to keep myself accountable and to look back on the years to come, and especially for the Ben to look back on the years to come, to see all the hard work that went in to making the garden a nice place for him to grow up. There's absolutely loads to do. I'm going to set the camera up and I'm just going to get on with it. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a day there. Go in and get some tea. Beautiful night. It feels like a total waste, but I've got like stuff to clear away, so it'll probably take us 20 minutes to get in the house anyway. But anyway, so quick recap of everything that's happened so far. The old veg plot went from where that gate is stood up and the compost bins are. That was the back fence of the veg plot. It came to where this grass starts. That's where it was. All the way up, almost to that planter thing where you can see all the kind of weeds are kicking up there. That entire rectangle was veg plot. We've taken out the old fence because most of it was rotten, got rid of the chicken wire. The old greenhouse that was in the corner is gone, where the tatey bags are now, and the 3 raised beds that were made up of railway sleepers are gone as well. Most of that wood's been taken on the tip. There's still a little bit to do. There's benches and paving slabs and whatnot, but all the bricks, hundreds and hundreds of bricks, paving slabs, raised beds, everything pretty much gone. I've laid cardboard from where the new apple tree is back there, all the way to about here, this little bit here, and I've still got this extra bit to do, which I'm going to do tomorrow. I've got some big giant sheets of cardboard which have been donated, which is great. So I'm going to rake this over tonight in preparation for tomorrow, and then once I'm out here, lay the cardboard, the topsoil just there I'm going to whack on top, and then that is good progress, I think. What I might do is I might go and grab a tape measure and mark out like roughly where the new veg plot's going to go, because instead of it being like really long, it was something like, I think it was something like 13 meters long, and about 6 meters or 5.5 meters across. And what we're going to do is we're probably going to make it more like 6 meters by 6 meters. So it is going to be smaller, and it's going to be shunted up this end because this is the end that gets the sun. Sun sets over there, rises behind me, so this is the area that gets the sun, so we're going to make that the veg plot. So yeah, I might go and get the tape measure and mark that out roughly now, just to give you an idea of what we're working with. Alright, started mapping it out. So where that brick is over in the corner. You can see the tape measure runs all the way along to underneath, where is it? To there, underneath the apple tree. So if I just step back a little bit, where am I? Oh, you can see me in the thing. So corner post here where the brick is, corner post here, can't even see my hand, there we are, corner post there, roughly, maybe a little bit further over, and then the fence is going to run down, so where the soil hits the grass, hits the turf, that's where the veg plot fence is going to be. And you can see where it cuts in here, that's where the veg plot fence used to be. So we're going to make it wider, just by about a metre or about 3 feet, and then it's going to come, so that's 6 metres across, and it's going to come down probably about 7 metres. So it's probably going to come to about here, sort of where that third raised bed used to be. There's a drain here. Now we're not really sure what size the concrete pad is underneath that drain. There is a concrete pad under there, but I don't think it's very big. But we're obviously going to have to take the turf up, so that might end up being in the veg plot, it might end up being outside of the veg plot, not really sure. But long story short, the veg plot's going to be 6 metres wide, about 7.5 metres long. I can't remember. Alright mate, calm yourself down. Can't remember exactly, but basically we're going to have 3 raised beds similar size to the ones that were in there on this side, and then over on the other side we're going to leave space for a greenhouse, maybe some space for things to grow in the ground over there. But yeah, I have got a bit of a plan in the house, to scale drawing of you know, what size we'd need for 3 raised beds with a little bit of a walkway in between. Obviously we're going to need a gate to get in there, and then the big debate for me is, do we have the compost bins, and we're going to have like a leaf mulch section and all that up here, or do we have it somewhere else? I'm not really sure, but yeah, that's the plan for the garden. Like I say, the plan for tomorrow is to get this bit sorted out, and really what I'm trying to do is just scooch my way down the garden until eventually that back area over there, which you can see is a total mess, where I've got like bricks and rubble and all sorts. That's going to be the last part of this side to get sorted, and that's where the new patio is going to be, with the shed and the built-in fire pit and the barbecue and the seating area and all that kind of thing. But what I'm learning is that things take absolutely ages. So I started doing the garden on the 31st of January. It's currently the 24th of April, I think. So we're like basically 3 months in, and it's taken us that long to get this done. But it's starting to look a lot better, I think. It's now a pleasant place to be. Obviously the weather plays a big role in that. And it's my birthday next week, so I've got about a week off work, so I'm hoping to get a lot more done then as well. But yeah, I'm gonna head back inside, get some dinner, have a shower, and then see you all in the morning. Whoa, guess what I found?
No, what
A
is it?
lizard.
What?
A lizard.
A real, like
Yeah.
a live one?
I think so.
Let's see. Is it a newt?
Or maybe a newt, yeah. What is this? Must be a newt. My wife's just taking the Ben inside. It's time for him to have a meal and then probably have a sleep. And that sounds good, doesn't it? Should we have a little sleep out here? As you've probably seen, I've been laying some cardboard, some more topsoil. I think that's probably it for now. I have got a lot more cardboard, so I'll probably end up using that at some point in the future. But the area that the veg plot's going to go in is pretty much flattened, topsoil on, etc. So that's kind of a big job sort of ticked off. I'm trying to decide what to do with the rest of my time. It's about 3 o'clock now, Newcastle are playing at 5:30, so definitely want to be in by then. Playing Arsenal, we've currently lost, I think, 5 games in a row. Barcelona, Sunderland, Crystal Palace, 4 games in a row. So I don't hold that much hope for playing Arsenal, but I don't know, I've got a bit of a feeling, so fingers crossed. Plus it would be good to beat Arsenal and spoil their chances of winning the league. Anyway, so I've got at least an hour or two before I need to go back inside, but I'm not really sure what to do with that time. I might do some tidying up. There's sort of bits and pieces everywhere from what I've been doing. There's like half bags of weeds and, you know, a couple of railway sleepers and just things just lying around. So I think I'm just probably going to tidy those up, and then I'm going to put a load of water on this soil that I've just put down. One moment, please. Yeah, I think I'm going to tidy up a little bit, get some water on the cardboard I've just put down to help that kickstart that process of decomposing. Yeah, maybe just an hour or so of like general tidying up and whatnot before I head back inside, and then hopefully be back out again tomorrow, although I have got a few other things to do tomorrow. There's work to do in the front garden, which I might get a chance to film, and a few other bits and pieces, so we'll see. Now, it probably seems like a lot of work to get some rusty old hinges that I'll most likely never use, but I really don't like throwing things away. The very worst, they'll go to the scrapyard. Well, I think that's about it. I need to tidy away the Ben's tent and pram and stuff, but I'm gonna water the soil slash apple tree slash potatoes and call it a day there, I think, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Suffering really badly with his teeth through the night. So last night I got about 3 or 4 hours sleep. My wife got even less because she's breastfeeding. So this morning when he got up, I got up with him. She went back to bed for a couple of hours. So she's outside now doing a little bit of gardening in the front garden. When she comes back in, I'm going to go and have a nap. After that, we still need to walk the dogs, do a little bit of shopping, and then get him ready for bed. So I think the garden work's going to have to wait. Work in the next couple of days, but then I've got a week off work for my birthday. So I'll see you then, hopefully. Arid. Out here on a Saturday morning, it's fairly early. The Ben had an inexplicably good night last night, so like I say, today's Saturday, so on Thursday night, Wednesday and Thursday night were terrible. Thursday night, I think he was up probably every half an hour, every 40 minutes, something like that, all through the night. So Friday, yesterday, was not a write-off, but there's just so little you can get done when you've had so little sleep, and you've still got like everything else to do. Whereas last night, much better. I think he slept for like 4 hours in one go at one point. So me and my wife probably had about 6 hours sleep each last night, maybe 7, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to try and make use of it out here fairly early. I'm going to try and crack on with these weeds while it's nice and pleasant but not too hot, and yeah, see how much I can get done. And then we've still got that giant pile of rubble in the corner. There's no way I'm going to get that tackled in a short period of time. I think it's going to be a case of little and often, but I'm also gonna rope in a few of the lads to come and help one weekend. We'll get a barbecue going and you know, get them and their families to come and let the kids run around, stick some music on, and I'll get the lads to give us a hand smashing up some rubble and chopping some firewood. But that's for another weekend. Today I'm gonna crack on with some weeding. Cue the music. Son. Yeah. Oh, another little helper. Doo-doo-doo. Bye. Problem with this bit is going to be, I've been, as I said before, meaning to smash up all this rubble, and every time I've found any stones in any of the soil that I've been working with, I've just flung them over here in this general direction. So now, yes, there's loads of weeds in here, but I'm going to be hitting stones left, right and centre because my aim isn't exactly great, and I've just been loosely aiming for the bag when I've been throwing them. Oh, it's getting hot already. Definitely don't want to complain. I would take summer over winter any day, but it does make it harder, I guess. Maybe not harder. It's definitely more pleasant working in the sunshine than it is working in the rain. But it adds a layer of difficulty because you get so tired so quickly. Once again, maybe I'm just unfit. Alright, I think that's a decent bit of progress in a fairly short amount of time. Absolutely boiling now. I'm going to have to stop and have a drink, I think. And then what I'm probably going to do is, this yellow hippo bag here is sort of, I've started filling it with stones, rubble, small enough to use as like a gravel underneath my patio. But the problem I've got is, there's a big hole in the bag right down there. Can you see right down there? So I'm probably going to have to decant everything that's in there into smaller rubble sacks. I have got like 40 of them, so I should be able to do that. And get that big yellow hippo bag out of the way. I don't know where I'm going to put the rubble sacks like for now. I might have to make some space. Same with these flagstones which I've kept. I need somewhere to put them while I work on like this area here. The compost bins and stuff I can just shift out of the way. And I suppose I could put the flagstones back up there next to the taties temporarily. I don't know. This area, it's the problem I've got with this area is this little bit of stuff here needs to go to the tip, but it's nowhere near a car full, so it doesn't seem like much, you know, good use of time. And like this rubble is half done, but I haven't really got anywhere to store it. And these flagstones I've already moved once, I don't really have to move them again. There's like little jobs that don't really feel like necessary, but probably kind of are. I think I just need to bite the bullet and get on with them. The problem is it's absolutely boiling hot, which is lovely, but yeah, I think I'm going to stop going to get a cold drink before I do any of that. Quick reality check of what it's like doing gardening, renovation, DIY, anything really with a 6-month-old in tow. I went at the house to make myself a coffee, ended up being in there for over an hour. All's not lost though, I've come back out with some dogs and some snacks, so I'm ready to crack back on for a bit. Okay, this is what I've been working on. Didn't film it because I forgot, because as I mentioned before, not a real YouTuber. So I thought those flagstones that are over in that corner are going to have to go somewhere, at least temporarily. Why not use them? Because we're not going to be using this area of the garden, because we're going to be focusing on where the new patio is going to go. This area is just going to be left. The tatties are going to be, you know, watered and whatnot, but other than that, it's going to be left. So I can store things in this area temporarily, as long as it makes sense to put them there. So I leveled the ground out a little bit, and I've put down a couple of flagstones because, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we're hoping to have at least one, if not several dozen barbecues sometime soon, and this would be a perfect place to put a barbecue, so it's stable ground and then it's in the sun for most of the day, so that whoever's doing the grilling and whatnot can kind of be there, and then everybody else who's congregating can kind of be around in the sort of sunny part of the garden. So that's what I'm going to do. So I've put a few down. I might put the others around it as well and make it a bit of a temporary patio, because they've got to go somewhere. But I am really going to go inside and get a cold drink now before I do that, and put some sun cream on, because safety first. Once again, went inside for a cold drink and ended up being in there for over an hour. This time I had some dinner, put some sun cream on, etc. And now I'm going to finish adding the flagstones for this sort of temporary patio. I'm going to use some surplus topsoil from over here to sort of level the ground out as best I can. I'm not going to worry about too much, it is only temporary. So yeah, I'm going to put the camera down and crack on. Those of you who've seen the first couple of episodes on this channel will know that me and this fence post have a bit of an ongoing argument. I've just managed to dig it out of the ground, and look how far it was sunk in. Like, that's got to be getting on for 2 feet probably into the ground, like a good 8 inches further than any of the other fence posts. Totally inexplicable, but anyway, managed to dig it out. I'm going to make a quick run to the tip before the match. Alright, I'm back from the tip. I think I'm going to call it a day there, because the match has just kicked off, so I'm going to go and try and listen to that. And I think I'm probably going to call it a day there for this episode, because I'm not entirely sure exactly when I'm going to get back out here. We have got some plans tomorrow, Sunday. We're going to go out with a few friends and go to the zoo, so that'll be nice. And then it's due to rain for like a week after today, so I've really tried to make good use of the weather the last couple of days. Yeah, we'll see how much work I get done in the garden over the next week or so. But I think I'm pretty happy with that. I've made a temporary patio where we can, you know, stick a barbecue on there and a drinks cooler. And I know what I'm going to do next. So I've still got the majority of this end of the garden to tackle. But I'm pretty happy with how much progress we've made and how much I've enjoyed my time off in other ways, such as, you know, birthday activities and whatnot. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.